Okay, got a microphone. Sorry, I'm chewing. Now I'm going to check over to Facebook. Hello, everybody. I'm sure some people are making their way there. I didn't do a pre-warning of this, so view channel. Yes, go live. There I am. Do I have sound? Doing a sound check. Hello,
Yes,
hello.
go live.
Okay, yeah, I've got sound. Hello, there's some hello, Jessica. Hello to everyone out there in the world. You can see I'm in a rough way. It's been 3 days so far of Dark Night of the Soul. Again, fun times. Not really, no, not at all. But I was chatting to one of our warriors just 10 minutes ago, and I know she's really in it as well. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to come over here. I didn't know if I was going to actually make it today. But here I am. I've so far pulled 3 decks, and we're just going to make it up as we go along. That's what we're going to do today. We're just going to fucking... It is what it is. That's what it is. So the first deck that I pulled today to get a little bit of a vibe coming in is my Lord of the Rings tarot deck. Because it feels a little bit like an epic journey as of late. Yesterday was very tough energy. Today seems to be easing off a little bit, but at the same point, I spent most of the day in bed, not caring much, doing a lot of affirmations work. By the way, if you guys don't know, and you are in Dark Night of the Soul, I do have a Dark Night of the Soul affirmations in my meditations and affirmations list with B. I've been listening to that on repeat because it really helps when the minds, there we go, we're throwing things all over the place. That's kind of the vibe. We're just going to throw shit all and hope something sticks. So yes, if you are going through some dark times and the energy in the head is my least favorite place for the energy to be. Yesterday it was heart. I did a lot of massage work in there and using some of my fancy tools to get in between the rib cage. Like, oh my God. And then we have, oh God, the Hermit card. No, really? Thanks, Mr. Obvious. Thanks. Captain Obvious, that's it. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Yes, Hermit energy. We understand that. And so today, as you can see, it got the head wobbles. The Kundalini is in my head. But I dragged my sorry ass the 20 feet from my bed to my studio and said, fuck it, you look like shit. It doesn't matter. There's other people out there in bed looking and feeling like shit. We can all look and feel like shit together. So there we go. Today's a very sweary oracle read. And let's start with, we have the King of Wands. I like it. It's an Ent. The Ents are my favorite. They are. They're the best. The Ents. Much wiser than we are. And I still like to go sit by trees. It's too bad the weather hasn't been nice enough to be able to go and sit by trees. If you can go sit by a tree, they're wise. Way wiser than us humans. So look at this card here. Here's an old Ent. I like him. Let's see what his messages is. I always refer to this fancy little thing here. The King of Wands, Treebeard. Treebeard is his name. And Treebeard is a shepherd of the trees. Treebeard, aka Fanghorn, is a natural-born leader. I'm sorry, I'm finding that humorous right now because I don't feel like a natural-born leader. Hello, Cindy. We've got Cindy in the house. He understands that patience is the key to success. Well, we're certainly being asked to be patient with this journey. And encourages you to accept the challenge that is being presented to you with determination and the maturity to honor your commitments. You're capable of anything. I think that's a really funny card, actually, because, I am trying to lead sometimes bedside, sometimes crawling bedside to studio to help others that are struggling in the dark energies, because I always know that I'm not alone. And it is certainly a question of having patience for what we are going through, this awakening process. It's been years. It's been years for a lot of us. Let's be honest, it's been our whole lives. And things are slow moving. And it's like, oh my God, when will this be over? When are we moving on? I even entitled this something along, When Will the Dog Days Be Over? You know that song by Florence and the Machine? Is that who sings that? It's a good song. I would like the dog days to be over, but while we're in the dog-idness that is processing through any traumas arising, processing through any pains that are coming up, processing through the dark stuff, what we're doing is we're moving very slowly. You know, the ants move very slow. An awakening process is very slow. Years it takes once it's been kicked into full gear. And we've a good wave of us, my wave of people, have been kicked into full gear now for a good number of years. But don't fret if you feel like you're not making progress, because even though the progress might be slow and steady, there still is progress. You are still getting there. I don't know if you've watched the Lord of the Ring movies, but an Ent meeting takes a long time to go through all the energies before decisions are being made. So that also is telling me that right now, we may not have enough information to be able to see the finish, the end result, or the decisions that need to be made. Where in stuckness, like a tree in real life doesn't get to go anywhere, but luckily trees in Lord of the Rings, they get to move. They just move slow. So there's our first bit of advice today: is move slow, talk slow, go slow, be gentle with yourself, use your wisdom to know that nothing can stay the same forever. That's a law of the universe. The change is guaranteed. So even though it doesn't feel like maybe enough is happening quickly enough and there's enough change, that's our ego mind. That's our humanness. That's like, I need to know the answers now. I need to, and that's not what's going to happen. We are still dealing with some hermit energy coming in here. We got this guy, Bilbo. I believe that's Bilbo, who's writing his manuscript, no doubt, about talking about his great journey. So, hey, maybe it's time to do a little bit of writing whilst you are trapped in your bed or trapped wherever you are. And I say trapped because there isn't that freedom as of yet. But it doesn't mean it's not coming. So let's go into the Hermit and see what the Hermit on this says to us. I love Bilbo. And Bilbo came in upside down, reversed. So I'm going to read the reversed meaning on this deck. Most decks I just read upright, but I'm going to read the reversed in this. Knowing how to ask for help and support is crucial. But the Hermit reversed warns you against being too needy. Oh, okay, right. So we now need to counterbalance and bring into perspective How often am I desperately reaching out for myself? And then how much can I just sit in it and do myself? And I have been getting this message a lot as of late, which is why I have attempted very poorly. I'm going to give myself an F grade here to minimize how much time I'm spending on social media and how much time I am interacting with people, so that I can practice giving myself the energies that I need, which is self-validation, self-soothing, self-care, self-compassion. All of those. Did a video on self-compassion yesterday. So this is asking us to bring into perspective and awareness and balance a little bit how much we are relying on others, which, yes, there does need to be some interactions with others, but it's also cultivating a practice of learning I am self-sufficient in my own right. In my own being, I can give myself everything that I need. And not only can I give it to myself, I can probably give it to myself better than a lot of others, because others don't have your viewpoint or vantage point or experience or memory or anything else. So when you're seeking validation, for example, if you can validate yourself as, you're going through a really hard time, anybody in this situation would, yes, I agree with you, then it's a lot easier than if you turn to somebody else and somebody else goes, well, I don't know why it's like that for you. You might not get the validation that you're seeking when you seek outside sources, or there could be confusion and things like that. So we're being asked to reevaluate how much we seek in others compared to what we can give to ourselves, and give to ourselves well. There are some lessons you must learn on your own. And by asking others to solve the problems for you, you are restricting your own development. Trust that you have everything you need to overcome any challenge. Alrighty then. That's interesting from the Lord of the Rings coming out for us as our 2 cards starting place. We've got King of Wands and the Hermit in reverse. Next up, we're going to hop into the Priestess of Light. Oh, give us some light, Princess. Please give us some light. It's been dark. There we go. We've got miracles coming in. We've got card number 39, Miracles, Ancient Wisdom. So perhaps connecting with your own ancestry, your spirit tribe, within the higher realms. And I don't know who that is for you. Who it is for me is I obviously talk to God as my primary spirit team leader. And then I would talk to the angels. That really resonates a lot with me. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Samuel, Archangel, did I say Raphael? Healing. So Michael for protection and guidance, and Raphael for healing, green ray, heal me, please. And so Samuel, some support, please. Can you give me some support? Maybe you connect with other energies, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, Buddha. There is no wrong spirit team to rely upon. This card, when we take a look at her, she is, connected to the higher realm. We've got this beautiful owl energy in here, and we've got this illuminated sun in behind. So she is asking, divine energies to come into me, fully embody, so that I may too embody what I'm needing. Please give me the guidance so I can be who you want me to be. Please give me the impulse to make the decisions that I need to make. Please let me embody this spirit. So she's cultivating right within her solar plexus energy and connecting to solar energies. So again, we're being asked to get outside a good bit, and a great place to connect with your spirit team, sorry about that, is outside, walking in the forest, or you know, lying down in the grass, connecting to the sun. Now I haven't seen sun in 2 days, but as soon as it's out, I'm out there absorbing whatever I can, because I want all of those light codes. I want the ancient wisdom to be passed on, because when we are wise, we make better decisions. We know and we understand and we are comforted, and we, you know, we take the care. So let's all pray for some miracles so that we see a shift of energy that brings in more light. Some more light would be good. Our inner child could be very activated at the present moment. I know it has been for me. So next up, I'm going to hop into the inner child oracle and see there. And then we're going to play it by ear. That's all I had time for, because I literally made the decision to do an oracle read 10 minutes before. Is what is. How is everybody out there while I'm shuffling? We've got rain, cloudy here, but peaceful today. Peaceful is nice energy. Yes, you're not too far away from me. You're in Michigan. Write a letter. We've had this card before. We had this card last week, I think. Write a letter, card number 37, to your inner child. And I'm going to extend this further. I'm going to extend this further and say, write a letter to that earlier version of you, whenever it was. I'm currently processing who I was in 2022. Who isn't who I am today at all. She was very ignorant, that woman, on what awaited her as Dark Night of the Soul was just coming onto the horizon. She had no idea how terrible 2023, 2024 were going to be. But 2022 version of me was... she had her hopes dashed. She had ideas and wonderful hope, and that hope was stolen away. And we've got 2 rainbow energies coming in here. So very kind of twinny or twin flamey symbol there with those. Yeah, that's what the hope was. Oh, well. Live and learn, live and learn, live and learn. So we do. So we're being asked to do a little bit of healing work, to sit and to write a letter to an earlier version of herself. So I'm going to write an earlier version to her and tell her very much how much I love her. I love her. She needed to hear that back then, and she didn't. And I like this card. It's kind of interesting because we've got so much color in behind her, but she's kind of monotone. So let's give life back to that earlier version of ourselves by telling them what they needed to hear. Child or adult version of you. What did they need that they didn't receive? Did they need an I love you? Or did they need an I'm sorry? Or both? Did they need a thank you? Did they need maybe all three? Maybe the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. They needed everything in full. They needed I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Maybe they needed all of that. Maybe you want to put that into your letter for yourself to bring some life back inside to that earlier version that we were. Yes, we have praying for miracles. Yes, thank you for that. If we all pray for miracles together, the power of prayer gets even more powerful. We have a beautiful day in Oklahoma. That's nice. I wish I was having a beautiful day in Oklahoma. I feel hopeful today, worried yesterday, but let it go to God. That is very good. Yesterday was a very worrisome day. There was a lot of prayers to God yesterday. It was a constant conversation, mostly me talking. You pulled that write a letter for me last week. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's get some more healing vibes since we're kind of down that healing path, and we're going to go into Gordon Smith's The Healing Spirits Oracle. see what Gordon has to say to us. So I'm curious. I pulled this card, the write a letter. Did you write the letter? Did you do the homework assignment? On the topic of healings, I was doing some spontaneous healing last night in the middle of the night, which was very odd. I don't know. I haven't really talked a lot about my spontaneous healings. Maybe I need to make a video about that. I do weird stuff. Yes. But last night, I cleared and shifted something ick. So I did. I was up at about, I don't even know what time it was. It was the wee hours of the morning sometime. And all of a sudden I'm sitting up in bed talking full on light language coming out. And I'm doing full on clearing. Psychic surgery is another name for it. So I first learned about psychic surgery when I started training as a Reiki practitioner many years ago, 20 years ago. And that's when you are energetically going within the body and making shifts energetically. So in the middle of the night, I was up and in full light language and in full psychic surgery and vomiting up some and when I say vomiting, it was energy. It wasn't like food or anything. But that gives me an understanding why I wasn't allowed to eat yesterday. Because if I had eaten or had a full stomach, I don't think it would have gone very well. But yes, definitely we cleared something in the collective last night. And let's hope we continue to clear more of the darkness. Because what we would all like is this card coming in, birthing ourselves anew. This is an interesting card. We've got card number 24. Happiness is freedom from fear. It does kind of look like she's birthing herself anew, is what I see in this. And that is exactly what we're doing. Every time we face a fear, we light up just a little bit more. We illuminate ourselves just a little bit more and get connection. So if we're experiencing some fears, then we've got more people saying they did a lot of clearing work last night. That's good. Send all the icky into the ground. Remember, we got to send it all the ick into the ground. Okay, we're doing more light language right now. Okay, I'm taking a break. Hold on. Eko e se kota de galala katoro shuko tere kitire le kotoro kotoro i. Ta kaitere le lo shuko tere gala kataisia. Hoitara hoitara ka hitara ko lo kotoro ki tere ka shitara la katakei. Ki hoit ka hitara kaitaka. Nta ko i se lo kotoro ko shikere ka la katara ki tere ketara ko intara la ketara shuko. So e la katara ki tere la kotoro i. Shoya katakasai, trae la katurko la katara keteri sekotrako. Ekotrako. Ekotraka la ko. Eko. So some koitara katara la kotoro sukoitara ke la katara la rohi tara la katara ke isika la katara la katara ko la kotoro ishi ko ke la katara ke la katara ke la kotara ke la kotara ka shika skoi la katara ke tera la ka toya la koi shoi si skoi to koi la katara ke tro la kotara ka shika tro tro la kotara ka te ko te ko ia la kotoro ko ia tere ke tere sko I tara la kotoro ko la kotoro ko to I sa la ke I tara ko I tara la ka te I tere ia la ko tere la ko tere I tara la kotoro shu I la I toro ko la ko tere ka ski tara la ka tere la ke tere la kotoro ko I la ko tere ke tere ke I la kotoro ko shu I ska Ego eterela, ego eteros kotoro yela katoro seki eterka. Teka yela katarka le katarka skaterka eterka. Okay, ooh. Ooh. Okay, something's moving, something's moving, something's moving. I'm gonna get more of this going. More of this going. Let's clear this. Let's clear. We gotta clear. Clear. I don't know what clearing practices you guys use. 2 options right there for you are sage. You can start with sage and then move into Palo Santo, which is beautiful. This one's less offensive to the nose. If you live in an apartment building, they might find this one a little bit more offensive. White sage. You can open your windows. You can use aromatherapies. You can use sacred smoke. You can cleanse in a salt bath, which I'll be doing after this reading. You can clear. Okay, we're clearing. We got to work to clear some stuff is what we're doing. So I'm going to let that smoke for a little bit. And sending you guys all some clearing. Obviously, if you speak in light language, you can use your own light language to clear. If you know Reiki, you can use your own Reiki to clear. And we also need to hydrate. This is coconut water. Very good for hydration, especially when we're clearing. So when we're going through dark stuff, and we're like in this process of birthing ourselves anew to become greater, be aware that oftentimes your diet flies out the window. Like you won't be hungry. And if you're not hungry, that's okay, because your body is focused on the healing work that is happening energetically for you. It's like you can't do 2 things at once. You can't be in a process of deep purges and then also digestion. Okay, so it's one or the other. Sorry, get my hair a little. It doesn't matter. One or the other. You're going to be focused on rest and digest, or you're going to be focused on intense healing, clearing work. So we are asked to clear. And I love this because even this card is kind of got like all this smoke that's happening around. Just if you're going to use incense or anything like that, or aromatherapies, please make sure you're getting actual, not perfumed. If it's perfumed, it really has no power behind it. You have more power than that incense. You know, you actually don't even need all of these things, but they're very helpful for helping to clear the energy. Open up the windows so that the smoke has somewhere to escape into. I'll do that afterwards. And yeah, let's clear all the confusion as well. This is all like head chakra coming into greater illumination. So right now there can be a great sense of confusion as you're going through the dark stuff and like what's happening, what's going on. And again, I'm going to shout out the reminder that go into the Meditations with B playlist. And there is, I think it's called Safe Affirmations for Ego Death or Dark Night of the Soul or Trauma Release. It's very good for awakenings because it's just kind of reminding your mind when the mind gets confused what's going on. If you're experiencing fear, because fear is a built-in part of the program. So it is. Not a pleasant one, but one we all need to face as we release dense energies and then clear them out. Where shall we go next? Where shall we go next? We shall next go... Okay, we're going to go into the Energy Oracle. Thank you, Jessica, again for this Oracle deck. If anybody ever wants to donate to me on my channel, there is donation links for cash donation through PayPal, through the supers you can donate, and or you can donate a deck on my Amazon wish list. And Jessica sent me this deck off. It's a lovely deck. We could all use a little bit of energy coming in right now, I think. A little bit of a boost. And that's just it. We go down and we go up. But when we go up even higher. We go down, we go up. So I'm just waiting on the up. And I'm waiting on the appetite to return. When the appetite returns, it's like, oh, okay, good. This is over. There we go. We have the thinking man. Well, yes, a lot of thinking goes on in the process of when we're doing dark, deep dives because we're processing through trying to come to new levels of awareness and understanding. So look at this dude here. He's holding on to a 3-pointed quartz crystal, which is very beautiful. So you can also cleanse your energy and your space with some beautiful quartz crystal or amethyst or tourmaline. Any of those types of crystals are good crystals. I have crystals everywhere. One of my favorites is rose quartz, and I also have clear quartz. I have Lemurian seed quartz here. Which is very nice. That's like calcite. So, yes, and then I have more and more in all my windows and everything. So, clearing your space is very much on the agenda in any which ways that you can. I like this. The thinking man also has some decisions to make, it feels like, with these 3-pointed quartz of, do I do nothing and stay the course? Do I flip over here and try something else? Or do I flip over in this direction and do something else? So be careful that we don't think too much because the thinking can actually get us into a whole world of hurt because we're supposed to be trusting. We're supposed to be surrendering. We're supposed to be letting God lead this, letting spirit, the divine, take over and lead us in the direction that we need to go. And our thinking selves is like, but what is that direction? But what's going to happen? But when's it going to happen? But what I need to know. I need to know. You don't, really. You don't. But man, is it difficult to hush the mind. Hush the mind. If you struggle with that, let me know. We can come up with some tools and techniques for practicing. I particularly like prayer and mantra work. Those are fantastic. Shall we get more light? Shadow and light. Let's get out of the shadow and into the light. See what's coming up next. Maybe we fly by the seat of our pants for a little bit, right? Plans don't seem to be working, so we are being asked to go so slow that it's almost like, oh, look, it's sunny out right now. I feel like having a walk right now. I'm going to go do that. Oh, look, I'm hungry right now. I'm going to go and do that. Being in the present moment, like slowing down to the point that there is only presence. There is only the now. And the thinking man is silenced. All the plans. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to do that. We'll see how I feel when that time comes. See, like today, at 10 minutes before, I was like, oh, I better get up and do something. Oh, yeah, this one's a slap across the face. Card number 7, we've got love and hurt, and we've got swans in the background. Oh, God, more twinny vibes. Yes, I just did a video yesterday on the pain that is associated with twin flame activated Kundalini awakening. It's the most profound, heart opening experience you can experience in your life that results as a catalyst. It is a catalyst that brings so much profound change in your heart space, but it's also one of the most painful experiences you could possibly fathom. So we're trying to balance the love and the hurt right now, because in the love, we can find great blessings and miracles in this journey. We can find, the greater health. We can find the awakening. We can find the Kundalini, which at times feels more like hurt than it does feel like love. We can find all these great, incredible blessings, but we also find all the incredible pain that comes with it. So practicing self-compassion and self-love is what's going to help transmute you through the hurt, because we don't want the hurt to turn into something that's going to eat you from the inside out. That's going to make it worse. And we don't want to make it worse. We want to find ways to express our hurts as lovingly as we possibly can. Because in communicating our hurts to people, we are no longer like locking them within us and holding them in. So, yes, what a painful card this one is. You can even see that they're clearly holding themselves. Look at that. Yeah, that position looks familiar. Thanks, spirits, thanks. You got a sixth sense of humor sometime. Okay, well, since we're in a 20 vibe, I'm going to go to the Twin Flame Ascension deck. To anybody who's on this journey, you have my utmost compassion and love. To anyone who's on a Kundalini, you have my utmost compassion and love. It's like an awakening on speed or steroids or something. It's something. And even like top gurus out there that I have listened to over the years to get my own information on awakenings has said that the awakenings that people are experiencing now are faster, harder, heavier. Like they're intense. They're not like awakenings of yesteryear. So we have to be very gentle with ourselves, because I don't think that a lot of people even understand. We've got lots of cards coming in, so why not? I'll just take them all. That can't possibly understand what's going through. So we have past life healing happening. The Voyager's journey. So this catalyst situation comes in and breaks you open in a way that's the most painful thing you could possibly experience. You get thrown into what feels like a washing machine, because look at this, it's like, and you're tumbled around and getting cleaned on this Voyager's journey, the hero's journey. As you're going through tremendous metamorphosis and change, which is incorporated a lot of past life healing. We're not just feeling the hurt from the loss of one person. We're feeling all the losses in all the lives that have come before. Many people experience memories. So yes, experiencing loss and loss of love and having to hold yourself right now is definitely the vibe that I have been in. And we're cleansing, it'll come out in the wash, as the saying goes. Like, look at that. It totally looks like being in a washing machine. Like just swirling, spinning. We have card number 99, Sacred Sexuality, and accessing the unified field. Sacred sexuality on a healing journey, on a Voyager's journey, there's a lot less sexuality happening. Celibacy is common for many people who are on an awakening journey. One, because you're lying in bed like this. So as you're going through all these shifts and changes, it's helping to align you for sacred partnership, where somebody comes in, and I've done in many videos the depiction of when you have each of your chakras cleared. So all of this stuff is clearing out the chakras, the debris, the old stuff, the past lives, the this life, the traumas, everything. And when those get clear, what it will be lined up for you is divine partnership, where each of the chakras meets together. So toxic relationships look kind of like this. Or this. You know, they're connected at the root. Maybe they have some connection at the bottom two, and then the top ones are all like this. So each chakra has, you want to be plugged in to the right person. If you're not plugged into the right person, then what happens it's like plugging your machine into something that doesn't resonate or doesn't fit. It doesn't have the same goals or the same dreams or the same sense of respect. Sacred sexuality is all about getting yourself into your own alignment, so that all of your chakras are open and ready to communicate with somebody else who's open and ready. So you have reciprocal energy. You don't have a negotiation. You know, I'm not going to give you some sex and maybe you'll give me some love. I'm not going to wash the floors and maybe you'll take care of my kids. You know, it's not a negotiation. It's like, hey, let's do this together and let's like work on this next thing together. So it's something that I would like to experience. I'm sure many others out there would like to experience it as well. You know, this oneness coming together. Because when you are in a sacred partnership, a divine partnership, everything is possible. Our next card up is we have 1111, the twin flame. Everything is possible. Bringing together, it's like when you're in that divine energy, sex is very important because it's like charging a battery. And a battery has, in this, we've got, again, more swans. Like, oh, my swans. How many swans? So anybody who's into the swans as signifiers of things, you've gotten your signs. We've got a lot of swans happening in this read. So, when you get plugged in energetically through sexuality in a sacred situation, it's like a battery coming together, and a battery is like half the battery is the negative and half is the positive. And when it comes together, it's a battery. It works, right? It works really well. It works to manifest all those miracles that we wanted. Remember, we go back to card number 39 and we had that card of miracles and, manifesting in this beautiful life of happiness and freedom. Oh, yes, please. We definitely would like some happiness and freedom. So yes, I'm kind of laughing at these cards a little bit because sometimes it really feels like spirit is like kicking me in the head. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hop into something else and distract myself from this. I find it amusing these are coming. Let's go into Sacred Sea. Let's cleanse ourselves with some Sacred Sea. I have no idea how many decks that is that I've made it to now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now is the time to throw your name in if you want an individual card for you. And hello, Yvonne. Sorry, sweetheart. You welcome late, but I'm glad to see you here. You've been in my thoughts and my dreams and motivated me to get up and get over here. That's why I didn't know I was doing this. I knew it about 10 minutes beforehand. You inspired me. See? We all inspire each other. And yes, it is insanely hard awakening. This awakening journey is crazy. It is. It's insanity. The thinking mind doesn't understand it at all. He's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, we have Mantra Ray Mother, card number 12, compassionate kindness. That's a good card to kind of like sum up where we need, today's read, because that's all about compassion lately. That's the theme. Especially when you're lying there in this position going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, is to wrap yourself. Look at this manta ray mother, is to remother ourselves, wrapping ourselves all up in a place of protection. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel good in this space. I am kind. I am loving. No negative self-talk. We shouldn't be doing any of that stuff anymore. Yes, I love it. And you can even see kind of like Kundalini energy depicted up through her. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so we're being asked to remother ourselves, encapsulate ourselves in warmth, in safety, in love, in kindness, in care, in gentleness, in soothing. Because yes, this last round of past life healing has been tricky. So now we've got some cards. Yes. Yvonne would like a card, and so would Madame Dessert. Yvonne, I want to pull one from the White Light Oracle, which ultimately I'm going to end up reading from the book for you, because this deck is perplexing. I'm still learning it, but it's such a beautiful deck. And my soul son gave it to me for Christmas. I have 3 soul children that are my miracles, and my cat that are my miracles, and they live with me. They're all in their 20s. And it confuses people because I'll go out in the world. One of my soul sons drives me to my medical appointments or any other appointments that I have, and they'll be like, is somebody collecting you? I'm like, yes, my soul son. And then in comes this big black guy. They're like, what's happening? Clearly I did not give birth to him, but I did in the cosmos. Did a card come out? That was weird. I felt like a card wanted to come out and then it didn't come out. It is a beautiful deck. Okay, for Yvonne, we have Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. It's beautiful. Take a look at that. That's gorgeous. Card number 39. Did we have another 39? We did. 2 39s. So I love it when we get double messages and double numbers like that. Let's read about our Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. I love the crows. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm moving at a slow pace today. That's what we're supposed to be moving at, is a slow pace. You'll recall our very first card up was the King of Wands. Our Ent, our slow-moving Ent. I think slowing down is definitely something that Spirit has keep repeating to me over and over again, and I'm not a very, very good listener. Sometimes I don't listen very well. You know, this social media detox, I haven't done very well. And slowing down, I resist that one. I fight that one. But I'm going to be loving and kind to myself and say, God damn it, it's been 3.5 years of absolute insanity. I'm doing the best I can. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping control and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. I find that amazing because you sent me a text earlier today and said, is there ever going to be a through or something along those lines? Am I going to get through this? You said that, I think. Yes, we are all going to get through. This is what this card is coming up to tell us, that there is a through. And then it goes on to say, Busunda is a mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop of the magical wish-fulfilling tree, thriving whether there be feast or famine in the world. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the endless of numerous world ages. No calamity, cataclysm can shake the powerful divine tree or the creatures who live within its shelter. The sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection where no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. The wish-fulfilling tree is a spiritual symbol for the soul and the heart, and the divine Bodhisattva or enlightened sages who guide and protect humanity. It represents a high level of consciousness which is abundant and in harmony with the universe and therefore blissful, free, and generous. The oracle reminds you that as you align with spirit, you are aligning with a powerful field of grace, which has protective and strengthening qualities. It is a spiritual tonic with effect in all dimensions and all realms of existence. The price for such a sacred empowerment is the surrender of one's ego. This is a lifelong journey for most of us, rather than a one-time event. We recondition our mind in the ways of spirit again and again and again. We disentangle our hearts from societal conditioning based on fear, dominance, greed, victimization of getting one's own personal desires met at any cost. We recognize there is a profound difference between taking and receiving. We trust in what is destined for us. Stories abound in the Hindu tradition of various wish-fulfilling manifestations, from goddesses to trees to cows to gems. When someone sought to possess the wish-fulfilling treasure for their own personal use, they would always be thwarted by the higher spiritual intelligence of love, which cannot be controlled. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Cannot be controlled or manipulated, but remains as it is, pure and generously giving all that is needed to the receptive heart. Ivory is an organic material like bone, which makes up the tusks and teeth of numerous animals of land and sea. Tusks are used to brush away vegetation, obstacles to help an animal move through its environment. Therefore, one metaphysical correspondence of ivory is the ability to move through even inhospitable environments successfully. I'm going to read that part again. Therefore, one metaphysical correspondence of ivory is the ability to move through even inhospitable environments successfully. Well, an awakening is about as inhospitable as you can get. The message of the ivory wish-fulfilling crow is that one does not have to dominate or manipulate others in order to attain success. It's enough to align with the spirit and trust that your sacred inner work is sufficient to attract whatever is needed to manifest your higher purpose. You can attain what you seek by becoming and radiating rather than through contriving or manipulating. Busanda teaches that when the cosmic fire of transformation becomes too intense, we can focus upon the sacred waters. When the winds of change blow ferociously, we focus upon the mountain. When the waters become such that we fear being submerged, it is best to focus upon the movement of the air. He is describing the way of responsiveness and balance. You can recognize what is happening and adjust your sails to suit the winds rather than try to change the ways of nature. This oracle guides you to trust that you will reach your destination, even when there are forces beyond your control. You don't need to be more powerful than oppressive forces to overcome them. In connection with your heart temple of spirit, you will be empowered to proceed on your path with abundance, wisdom, and joy. That is absolutely beautiful. So it is. And I like what they're saying is to shift focus as best you can. I did manage to make it outside today for a short while, and just focusing on the birds singing, and we've got a bird messenger here, was enough to just give me a moment of peace. So what is it that you can draw your focus to in the natural kingdom that might pull you out of some of the, how did they word it? Inhospitable environment that is an awakening. Yes, shifting our focus. That's absolutely a gorgeous card. I am loving on that one. Who else did we have up here? We had Madame Dessert. Ooh, tricky vibes. Divine Animals Oracle for you. See what other info can come in from the animal kingdom for us today. And while I'm shuffling, we have a card for Cindy, card for Jessica. Lovely card. Yes, it is. We have loneliness and financial issues are giving me hard anxiety. I would love for you to pick a guiding card for me. Thank you. I can certainly do that. And oh, good. Yes, connect to the birds. And I connect with the birds every day. Yeah, just it's so it's beautiful. We have mourning doves that live very close to me, and then I don't know. I don't know all the bird calls, to be honest. But to sit and listen to it pulls me out of my own head and silences the thinking man. If I'm listening to the birds, I can't be listening to that chitty chatter man inside my head, which is, something that also Maddie can work on, because when we're worrying constantly in a constant state of, we need to pull ourselves out of the mind. We have card number 27, which is Work Beaver. So this one was for Madame Dessert. So beavers are quite notorious, as you know, for getting everything ready, creating themselves a dam, well protected in water, which is our emotional realm. So maybe what's being asked of you is to do some not work on the outside, but work on the inside. Work on clearing and healing some of the emotional stuff that might be coming up and purging. And this is not easy work. In fact, I would say that this is probably our hardest work. You can see our giant beaver here. But your giant beaver is well up for the task of diving down into the murky depths and putting everything into place and clearing out that dammed up energy when we don't express our emotions. I don't know if you watch my videos. I have an emotions playlist. I highly recommend you check out some of the, because my take on emotions is very strong in compared to some other people's takes on emotions, because I never prescribe positive vibes only and pull yourself out of it. I'm like, no, dive into it. Go down into the dark. Do the shadowy work, cry the tears, feel the anger, feel the angst, feel whatever's coming up, because that's the way we clear out any dams that exist. Those dams of I'm holding everything all in and I'm not letting myself feel this. I'm going to distract myself. So we had a card of, when you've been kind of in the emotions to distract. This one's kind of the opposite vibe of saying don't distract. Put down the phone, put down the distractions, put down whatever is distracting you, and just sit in it, be in it. And as the more you transmute through it, you'll come up to like clear awareness, clear energy. Up at the top here, we've got, a lot more awareness. He's like poking his head out, going, yeah. Oh, I understand now. I understand why I do that thing that I do. I understand why I feel the way that I feel. I understand these things. And in this practice, in this process of being busy in the emotional realm, you're building your own kingdom. We've got this little, like, beautiful castle kind of nestled in underneath, because you build yourself an abundance of greater things when you clear out the old things. You make room for the new things when you clear out the old things. And on the emotional realm, that means feeling the feels, experiencing whatever it is that needs to be experienced fully, doing the warrior work. Yes, my recommendation is to check out the emotions playlist. If emotions aren't your comfort zone, there's a lot of tools and techniques to help you through that. I also have a shadow work playlist, an inner child playlist. I like my playlists, as you know. Hopefully that card works for you and works for everybody else. I think that a lot of us have been doing this work because we've already had like this card come up of like sitting in it, lying in it, holding ourselves, soothing ourselves through it. This is a slow process. Slow, man, walking. Slow. Let's see. Cindy is next. Cindy. I'm going to pull for you, Cindy, from the Archeo. Let's see what archetypes are coming out to play at the present moment in time. So the Archeo is our archetypes that might be playing around in our lives. I've done many videos talking about archetypes. We all have 4. Every single last one of us have the same 4. And then beyond that, according to Carolyn Miss, we have 8 individual ones per person. But I tend to believe you have way more than that. Way more. You can have all kinds of archetypes that come out and play, even if they're not your everyday. But the 4 we all have is inner child. We all have an inner child. We all have an inner saboteur. We all have an inner prostitute. That means how we negotiate ourselves in the world for money, what we see our value and worth as. And we all have two cards came out. I'm going to keep them both. And I've seen this card before many, many times, it feels like. I'm missing the 4th. Inner child, saboteur, victim, and the prostitute. Those are the 4 we all have. And then beyond that, we all have many others that play out in our lives. So right now we're having the wolf come visit you again. And I love the wolf because the wolf is always, in this particular card always reminds me of the lone wolf going it alone. Now, wolves are pack animals, but they are also very adept at going it alone if necessary and taking care of themselves, which is where we were with the hermit. When we were reading about the hermit, the question was balancing how much we rely upon others and how much we rely upon self. So the lone wolf might be asking you to like sit with some things and handle some things yourself. Because what you have coming up in front of you is a shift in timeline. Well, we all do, but you can see this over here, shift in timeline. And it's like, yeah, but how do I get there? How do I get from here to there? I know that I want something more than I have. I don't know how to do it. It's not connected. And so in this gap, in this void, this in-between place, we have to trust that we have the instinctual knowledge to go it alone, to figure it out one day at a time, one step at a time. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. The wolf doesn't know how to get to this other side. The wolf's like taking one step at a time and going, oh, okay, here's a tree, or oh, hey, here's a situation, or oh, whatever. So you don't need to know all of the steps. Trust that spirit is going to provide you what you need when you need it. And then we also have the card of Siren. Ooh, this is a kind of like scary card. This one's kind of coming out because remember I was saying the go it alone? And we've already talked about the hermit of like turning to others for information. This is like, be careful who you turn to for information. We've got the siren here. Okay, so she looks super sweet and super nice and pretty, but then you turn her right like this and like, yeah, that's a little scary. You know, a siren is all about alluring the sailors to their deaths. Hello, sailor, look at me. Come to the water. Ha ha. And then drowns them. You know, that's what a siren is. So if you're being asked to go it alone for a while in this hermiting energy and to be very careful of who you're turning and seeking counsel, who you are turning and asking for help from, because they might not have your best intentions at heart. They might have their own intentions at heart. And I love this card because it kind of reminds me very much of like the covert narcissist vibe of like on the outside, they look fabulous. Oh my God, they look awesome because they can love bomb you. They can put on like a grandiose performance of like, I am the sweetest person in the world. Look at me. Every Sunday I do charity work, or look at me. I'm going to go outside and shovel my neighbor's yard because I'm such a nice person. I'm so great. I do all this wonderful stuff. Look at me. Look at me. What the truth is they're looking for vulnerable people to take advantage of them and suck them dry. Look, suck them dry. Energy sucker. Look at. You watch out. That's why we need to learn to be in our own energy and trust ourselves and trust our power, to be the lone wolf when necessary, and not reliant on the pack, because some of your pack may have some ick vibes going down. We got to keep our eyes wide for those ick vibes, especially spiritual warriors, because we're super sweet. We're yummy, delicious. We're the best kind of energy. And so energy vampires want to get, a hold of us because we're the best lunch ever. Oh, our empathy. Oh, you've had a bad day? I'm sorry. Here, sit down. I'll take care of you. Oh, you're yelling at me because you've had a bad day. Oh, I'm trying to empathize and understand where you're coming from. Oh, you're fucking with my head. Yeah, no. See, you got to watch out for these type of people. If you feel completely drained when somebody's around, or you got the heebie-jeebies, learn to trust your instincts. Learn to trust those instincts. That's why these both cards came out. It's all about learning to trust your instincts, especially around people. That is a very good message for all of us. Jessica. I'm going into the Starseed Oracle for you, my dear. I'm going to have a nice big mess of boxes to clean up after this because I was so disorganized. But that's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to read some of these comments here. Sorry, Maddie. Me too. Same as you. I connect to nature and birds every day, but still have anxiety about my 3D life, which is why I've been ejected from. Ooh, my awakening cut me from the matrix. Yes, that's what happens. And also cut me from money. Yes, that's also what happens. And 3D people. Yes, that also what happened. I feel lost. Yes, that also is all very accurate. I don't know, Maddie, if you are part of the Spiritual Warriors support group that we have over on Facebook. The link to that is in the description of my videos. Come on over and join. Get some support from other warriors going through exactly what you're going through. I don't know if you watch my channel. I have over 650 videos helping people through difficult awakenings. You might be interested in the Dark Night of the Soul playlist. I might have some videos on there with a lot of tools and techniques to help get you through the dark night, because yes, it is like all of a sudden your entire world collapses from underneath you, and it is very overwhelming. Loss, confusion are all very, 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 very part of this. Jessica, and I'm still got to pull a card, I think, for you, Maddie, on here. I'll pull yours just after Jessica's. Okay. Oh, good. You're in the Facebook group. That's good. Earthed, Jessica, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So she's floating above what is going on. And this is actually a good card for you, Maddie, as well, because, it's that being protected in your own bubble, even when all around you seems, in this case, desolate and lost oh dear, and trying to find ways in which to help keep yourself protected. So Archangel Michael is one that I routinely call on to visualize always yourself in this beautiful, I use Michael, but other people like to use like a crystal, picturing themselves in crystal light. I like Michael with blue light, that for me personally, but to each their own. So that the more we rise above as best we can and just trust that spirit has got me safe. Everything is going to be okay. I am going to get through this. This is a transitory position. So I love it because she's almost levitating in this, and I always joke, when we actually start to levitate, that's a good sign that the awakening's almost over. Until we're levitating, we're still got work to do. We've still got processes to do to pull ourselves up out of the attachments that is the 3D world. The attachments to jobs, to locations, to people, to places, to things. All of those things weigh us down. And so the fewer attachments that we have, and this is why spirit clips a lot of our previous attachments. It clips our health. I'm healthy, now I'm not. It clips our relationships. I have a family, now I don't. I have a husband, now I don't. I have a this, now I don't. And it's clipping all of these attachments because we are being forced, again, and I go back to, what was it, the Hermit card, that the more we become self-reliant, and that doesn't mean that we won't ever have earthly things again in the 3D world. It's just we have to learn to exist without the need of them. To understand that it is transitory, you'll be in debt, it will shift over time. Everything that we ever thought about the world keeping us safe by 3D interpretations is up for grabs when it comes to an awakening, because that awakening is like, no, that's a false sense of safety. No, that's a false sense of illusion. No, the matrix is not going to keep you safe. You need to learn how to keep yourself safe. You need to learn how to protect yourself, clear yourself, do some clearing work energetically before. Within your own beingness. Does it suck? Yeah. It sucks. It's not an easy task. The comforts that came with the Matrix and the 3D world were comfortable. That's why they're called comforts. You know, the relationship that we nestled into, even though it wasn't the best, or the job that we like relied on, even though it had problems. All of those things gave us something to help make us feel grounded. And Spirit's like, snip, 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 I don't want you to be grounded. What I want you to be is to be elevated above it. This is the enlightenment path you are on. This is the same path that Buddha walked. This is the same path that Gandhi walked. This is the same path that Jesus walked, that Mary Magdalene walked. There have been many before that have walked the path that you're on. And none of them said it was easy. That wasn't written anywhere. It wasn't, and I'm going to bring all my earthly possessions with me as I ascend. No, it's about learning to be safe and secure without those earthly things, without those attachments. If they are attachments, they aren't healthy. We have to learn to be self-contained, to be the lone wolf, to self-soothe and comfort ourselves in the pain as we go through this washing machine that's constantly twisting and turning us and everything. So yes, a self-contained bubble of love is your message. And then Maddie, one card for you coming up, and I'm going to do a chakra insights card for you. I'm running out of space here. Hee. It's an intense read. It's heavy energy. Yesterday was very heavy energy. I'm glad that we're like moving our way through it and coming out the other end, I hope and think. You know, when will these dog days be over? That was a very bad version of that song. Okay. This hits me 110%. I've been talking to my father now. I feel differently about him. Accepted he is sick mentally and a narc. Learning to be strong in me and God, period. That is good. Yes, you have to disconnect from narcissistic energies. Lots of videos on narcissism in the narcissist playlist. Choice. Card number 17. So yes, you are being presented with some choices. I don't know which direction to go. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to use my willpower versus surrendering into the divine. What I love about this card is she's on a horse, and the horse is, she's not actually, oh, she does have reins of the horse. Because I was going to say this horse to me feels a lot more like spirit in other ways. Let yourself be led. And you don't get to decide a lot of the things that are happening for you in a spiritual awakening. In fact, you get to decide very, very little. It's when we use our free will and our choice to give to God, to give to spirit, to give to the universe. Okay, I get it. You know, I'm going to let down my willpower here. I'm not going to try to manhandle. I'm not going to force this horse to go in a direction that it's no longer meant to go in. I'm going to let you guide me to where I'm going to need to go. And it's... Oh, yes, she's all bound up. Look at this. If you get in close on her dress is like she's all wrapped up in the reins. She's all tangled in a mess and going, how am I supposed to do what the more you resist, the more it persists. It's as simple as that. You need to surrender and let yourself be taken. The spirit is like the horse taking you where you need to go. So the choices that you have are resist or allow myself to be taken where I need to go. And I'm not saying that's easy. It is very much not easy, but change is afoot, and things will happen. But they may not be the way that you wanted them to happen. They may not be, well, who chooses to lose everything? Nobody chooses that. Nobody chooses a spiritual awakening. If they really knew what a spiritual awakening was like, I know there's people out there that are like seeking and searching for kundalinis and seeking and searching for twin flames and seeking and searching for spiritual awakenings. And yeah, good luck to them is all I have to say, because they don't have a clue what they're actually seeking and searching. They think that they're searching for a love story or for enlightenment, and life is going to be peaceful and nice, not realizing that the path to enlightenment is actually suffering and pain. It's a very, very difficult process. It's a slow process. Nobody would say that. Nobody would say, I won the next 4 years of my life to be like dumpster fire, please. Who would choose that? Nobody would choose that if it was actually advertised properly. There are no unicorns. We are the unicorns. We're the ones that are doing all the work and everything and surrendering to spirit to let ourselves be transformed into something magical. So the choice is surrender. This is where I am right now. Am I where I want to be? No. Nope, I am not. But there is something here in this pathway for me that I am slowly being led to. On my own. I need to be on my own so that eventually I can get to an empowered state of being, so that I am able to manifest in alignment with spirit, which means I'm actually just surrendering and letting spirit take over. Spirit's on top of her head here, this owl energy. A lot of birds we're dealing with today. So we're letting the divine lead the show, guide us where we need to go, having faith and trust that, there's going to be something. We can't see it. We don't know. We have no idea. In the meantime, what we're doing is we're facing our fears as we're birthing ourselves anew. We're sitting down and we're like honoring the women and the men that we were before, our inner child, all of the versions of ourselves. For me, it's been my 2022 version of self that was so freaking heartbroken. And I'm going to... Hey, I understand what you went through. It was confusing. You didn't understand what was happening. And oh my God, it hurt. And your mind went ape and out of control. And maybe this is happening. And maybe that's happening. And is this what's happening? I don't know what's happening. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Thinking man, shut the fuck up is what we need to say to the thinking man. And we need to bring ourselves back into a place of self-compassion. Listen to the mantras, the affirmation work that I've created for you guys on the Meditations with B playlist. I know there's ones for helping you feel safe. I know there's ones for your awakening. I know there's ones for inner child release. I know there's ones for trauma release. As you hug yourself in a pile of snotty rags and just be like, oh my God, this is brutal. This is brutal. The experience of awakening is brutal. It is 100% brutal, but it has a point to it. We're being washed clean. We're being pushed, cycled through all these cycles is like going in a washing machine to cleanse us from all toxic things, including our old toxic sexuality, which includes toxic relationships, how we used to connect with people. Were we a little manipulative? I'll give you a little tit for tat, or a lot of tit for tat, depending on the size. So yes, we're being brought into alignment for our highest good so that we can come together in divine partnerships in the long run. And I'm not saying that's your twin flame. I'm saying that is a divinely connected partnership that's built on mutual respect, trust, alignment within the chakras. Maybe it's your current partner right now. Maybe it's not. We don't know, because we are just surrendering to Spirit and saying, Spirit, guide me through this, because I'm not really sure which way to go. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap myself up with a whole bunch of nurturing vibes and show myself some mothering, some compassion, some care. I'm going to let this, like, miracles of this crow energy come in, and hello. Yeah, I'm going to connect into that and know that there's something greater. I just can't see my way there yet. I'm walking alone. I'm walking blind. I'm walking on this, like, path with this deviation. I don't know how to get from A to B. I have no idea. All I can do is take one step at a time. And as I'm walking through this area, is keep my eyes wide open, so that I don't allow myself to be victimized by siren energy and those that are trying to suck me dry. Whether you want to call it narcissistic energy or you want to call it just mean. The mean people, the day of the mean is done. We're done with that. We're rising above. We're elevating ourselves out of these attachments to 3D things so that we can be in enlightenment. Enlightenment isn't just some beautiful, I don't know why they pointed it out like this, like some beautiful thing. You still, in a state of enlightenment, are going to have highs and lows and this and that. But what we can hope to achieve is some greater inner peace. Inner peace, because we've cleansed out all of the, like, gunky stuff that's in us. So we're vibrating lighter. We're vibrating, and I don't just mean lighter as in brighter, but lighter as in, like, weight. We're not carrying the weight that I lost half my body weight. I'm literally not carrying half the weight. We got to clear out the emotional realm and surrender some more, and let ourselves be carried through this. This choice of, okay, I'm just going to surrender. And if this is what you need me to be in right now, in this dark energy, I'm just going to surrender to it and breathe. That's all I can do. I can't move. I'm all wrapped up. I'm being tangled and dragged down this path. This card kind of reminds me of Winston Churchill. When in hell, keep walking. Well, when in hell, allow the horse to keep walking. Allow the dark horse, the 4 horsemen. One is carrying me through all of the apocalyptic energy. I'm going to trust, because I'm tied up. So I'm going to trust that this horse knows which way to go. Even if I don't. The animal kingdom definitely does. So that is our message today, is definitely rely into the animal kingdom best you can. My cat always knows. My cat is amazing. I'll be having heart chakra clearings and she sits right on my chest. Like, she never used to do that. Like, she barely even, like, was in the same room with me. And now she's, like, nuzzled up beside me. Like, if I'm going through, like, weird things, like, right now I've got all this pain here down my side, and she's all nuzzled up. She never does that. She knows. She's just sitting there purring, going, oh yes, look at what you're clearing out of the intercostal muscles. Something's coming up. Or, oh, we're clearing heart chakra. I'm going to sit here. I've woken up and I've had her, and she's, like, on top of my head with her, like, paws on my head. I'm like, what is happening? You helping clear my head? You go at it, girl. You go at it. Trust those animals. They know their way. They know. Why do they know? Because they don't have that thinking man in their head, filling their head with worries and anxieties and fears. They don't have that. They're like, it is what it is. I'm just living here in presence, in today. So that is my read for everybody today. I hope that was a good one. I'm sending you all my absolute love. I know this journey is absolutely brutal. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, please feel free to reach out. If you're wanting to book an oracle read with me, please feel free to reach out. I thank you all for the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, everything else. Announcements. We have our next group support meeting Wednesday at 7 p.m. please come join us. Your first group meeting is free. So no excuse not to give it a shout and see what it's like. Just send me off an email or send me off a DM and say, hey, listen, I'd like to check out the group support meeting on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've never been before. Can I get the link for that? And I go, yeah, here. And then you come. And what we do is we discuss everything that's happening energetically in your life right now. We discuss energetically what's happening on the emotional realm, on the physical realm, on the mental realm, on the spiritual realm, in your 3D world. We have an open discussion, and there's plenty of time for you to talk and be involved. It's not me talking at you. It's you and I and the others having a conversation. And when the group gets too big for us to be able to do that, I will go back to having 2 groups a week. But for now, it's a small, little, intimate group. So please, if you're struggling, hop on in there. There's some very useful tips that come up in conversation. And to just feel less alone is one of the primary messages that I get back from everybody. You know, thank you. I feel a little less crazy, or I feel a little less lost, or I feel supported. And that's what it's for. It's a support group for you, for me, for everybody that is going through these intense awakenings that we are currently on. This year is going to continue to be intense. I am sorry for that, to be the bearer of bad news, but we will get through it. We go down, we go back up. We go down, we go back up. Pluto is moving its way retrograde, so a lot of that birth and death energy is going to still be present as we are still letting go of the attachments of the old way of thinking, the old way of doing, the old way of being, the old people, the old places, everything, and start something new. So goodbye old, hello new. Over and over and over again, like a washing machine, rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. And occasionally we get out in the garden and we get hung and we get some sunlight and we dry. That's the plan for the year. That's the plan. With that all said, peace in.